How you guys doing? Welcome back to the show, you guys. Welcome back to the corner right here. We got a new spot today. Right now, we're going to be doing your Monday Night Raw review. If you guys missed Raw last night, you guys missed a great show, man. You got a few returns last night, a few surprises, just like the Royal Rumble, man. We're going to get into this, though. Starting out of the night, man. I'll tell you guys what, the winner of the men's Royal Rumble comes out, Drew McIntyre, and the crowd goes nuts. You want to talk about a good pop, man? It was a real good pop for Drew McIntyre. I'm really happy for him, man. I'm happy that he's getting his chance to shine finally. Drew McIntyre comes out and he's on the mic, man. The crowd's just going crazy. He says, you know what? I challenged Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania, which I knew he was going to do. Fantastic. I can't wait to see that match. And hopefully Drew McIntyre does pull it out and become the new WWE champion at the Granddaddy of Mall WrestleMania. It'll be awesome to see. We're going to get right down to what happened, though. Drew McIntyre was out there. He said he has a couple claymores he's itching to give out for the night. And so he calls out whoever wants to come out and challenge him, come on out, because he wants to give some claymores out. And lo and behold, who comes out? Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson from the OC. So this match is going to take place, guys. It took place. Handicap match, 2-on-1. Drew McIntyre made short work of the OC. Wow. Unbelievable, man. Drew McIntyre is on fire. He took out the OC. A couple claymores. Bam. Over with. I get that match. It was only like a 2 stars because Drew did make short work of him. I'll tell you what, I'll give it 3 stars. Drew did end up winning, man. But after the match was over with, man, Brock Lesnar came out and got Drew from behind and gave him an F5. So he's letting Drew McIntyre know that, you know what, I'm ready for WrestleMania. So you better be ready too, because this is what you got to look forward to, Drew. There's a big F5 and 1, 2, 3. So there you go. Brock Lesnar fired off the first shot. Next up, man, we had Rey Mysterio come out, you guys. It was fantastic to see Rey Mysterio come out there. And he fought the returning MVP. I'm not sure too long. I don't know how long MVP is going to be wrestling for Raw or wrestling back in the WWE. But as of the Royal Rumble and tonight on Raw, he did end up coming back, and he did end up taking on Rey Mysterio. It was a pretty good match to see MVP back in there, man. He still got some good moves, man, but of course it wasn't it didn't matter. Rey Mysterio did end up winning this match, but MVP did end up giving Rey a run for his money. 3-star match. Rey Mysterio wins. Congratulations to him. That was pretty cool to see that. MVP back in the ring, though, and back in the WWE ring, though. So there you go. Next up, Aleister Black came out, man. I don't know what it is with Aleister Black, but they've been giving him jobbers here lately. Well, besides the Royal Rumble last night. But they've been giving him jobbers lately, and he's been making short work of these guys. I've been only giving these matches here like a 1-star rating because it's Aleister Black. He made short work of the jobber he had last night. Of course, Black Mask in night 1, 2, 3. Next up, man, we had a tag team championship match, you guys. Seth Rollins, Buddy Murphy defend their tag team titles against Kevin Owens and Samoa Joe. At the beginning of this match, Owens and Joe comes out and says, all right, where's the AOP at? I know AOP is somewhere around here. I know if we come down in the ring, they're going to jump us or whatever. And Rollins says, no, it's not like that. So he shows them up on the big screen. He says, there they are. They're up in the locker room. You know what I'm saying? They're right there. And Joe turns around and says, all right, look, we know this is WWE. Anybody can record, take a camera, record something that happened earlier in the night and put it on in Titantron. He goes, no, I promise you guys. So Rollins says, no, I promise you guys they are there. Because Owens and Joe want to know why Rollins was so eager, for the fight. Because usually Rollins wants to run away. He doesn't want to fight Owens or Joe. Yeah, sure enough, Owens and Joe did see AOP up on the ring. And so they said, okay. So now they know where the AOP is. So they send in, it was a good setup by Joe and Owens. They sent in the Viking Raiders, and they started beating up on the AOP, man. So, they was there. It was pretty cool. Anyway, the match did take place. It was a pretty good match, man. Somehow, some way, Joe got hurt in this match and made a 2-on-1 handicap match when Kevin Owens had to take on Rollins and Murphy by himself. That didn't go well, but I gave it a 4-star rating. Rollins and Murphy are still your tag team champions, you guys. Even it did turn into a handicap match after Joe got hurt. So there you go. This Rollins and Murphy is just too much for Kevin Owens to handle by himself. And, so Rollins and Murphy did get the better of them and then did retain their titles, you guys. Next up, we had a U.S. title match, a rematch from last night's Royal Rumble, you guys. It was a pretty fantastic match, too, between Andrade and Humberto Carrillo. Of course, the match, I would have gave it a star rating, but it ended in disqualification. I did not like the way it ended. Of course, Zelina Vega got involved because Humberto was getting ready to pick up the pen and become your new United States champion, guys. He was that close. And Zelina Vega had other plans. But that just really upset Humberto Carrillo, and he ended up going outside the ring and pulling back the mats that cover up the cement. If you remember a couple weeks back, man, Andrade did the same thing to him and put him out of action for a little bit. And he tried to do the same thing to Rey Mysterio, and Humberto came out for the save on that. But this time, Humberto got Andrade, and he gave him the DDT, man, right on the cement. Bam. Took out Andrade. So I'm not sure exactly what's going to happen there, or if Andrade is going to be out of action for any time. If he is, what does that mean for the United States title? Is the United States title going to be vacant? I don't know, but like I said, it's only 1 week. We're going to have to find out and see what happens. Maybe Andrade is going to be all right. I don't know. But that's what happened, man. Humberto got a little bit of payback. Hey, man, kudos to you, Humberto Carrillo. Next up, man, the women's Royal Rumble winner, Charlotte Flair, comes out, and she says, you know what? I know who I want to face at WrestleMania. And she's getting ready to tell you. Then she just says, nah, I'm not going to tell you right now because I'm not ready. So she's going to give it a little more time to think about it. And while she was doing that, Asuka and Kairi Sane came out, and Asuka says, you know what? That if she was in the Royal Rumble, then she would have won. Charlotte says, are you challenging me? And evidently it was, because that's exactly what happened. One-on-one match between Asuka and Charlotte Flair did end up taking place. But, man, Charlotte came out on top on this one because Kairi Sane interfered. Another disqualification, guys. I hate these disqualifications. But, I did give this match 3.5 stars because before Kairi Sane interfered, you know what I'm saying, it was a pretty good match, man. It wasn't too bad. Charlotte did pick up the victory, like I said, because of the DQ. And she still hasn't named her opponent for WrestleMania yet. But sources are, I'm telling you, man, I read some sources, dude. And sources are telling me that not this week, but next week, Charlotte Flair is going to be in Orlando, Florida. And she's going to be in the NXT arena, you guys. So I'm thinking, man, Charlotte Flair is going to probably challenge Miss Rhea Ripley, dude, for the NXT Women's Championship. That is some big news. That's going to be crazy if that's actually true. I don't know, but man, that's like I said, we'll see how these sources are. But that is the news, you guys. So I don't see Charlotte taking on Becky, and I don't see Charlotte taking on Bayley. What I'm hearing, man, it's going to be Miss Rhea Ripley. So that's going to be a fantastic match. That does take place at WrestleMania, you guys. Wow. Awesome. Next up, 24/7 Championship out online. If you guys know Mojo Rawley, he says he's not going to be running around like everyone else does and play hide and seek with 24/7. He's going to come out to the ring and to actually defend the title like you're normally supposed to do any title. So that's exactly what he does when he comes out there and defends the title against No Way Jose. But when he came out there, he had a guy with him. You guys might know this guy, Mr. Riddick Moss. He was in NXT at one time. But now he is Mojo Rawley's offensive lineman, he says. More or less type of like Sami Zayn type of guy, manager. I don't know what's going on. But of course, we all know Riddick Moss is still a wrestler too also. But this match, man, I give it 1 star. It wasn't really that exciting to me. Mojo Rawley did pick up the win, of course. This match did not last long. He took out No Way Jose pretty quickly. But it was pretty funny because one of the Conline members got in the ring and pinned Mojo Rawley, and then when the 24/7 Championship, And then they took off the clothes, and who was it? It was R-Truth. So R-Truth won the title again for what, the 33rd time? But that didn't last long either, guys, because Riddick Moss got in the way, and Mojo Rawley ended up hitting R-Truth from behind and ended up actually getting his title back. So that's what happened there. Next up, you guys, we had a match between Lana and Liv Morgan. Rusev and Bobby Lashley were banned from the ring. This match was actually not too bad. I give it 2.5 stars, you know. Liv Morgan did pick up the victory here. It was a well-fought victory for her. I just wish this whole storyline with Bobby Lashley and Rusev and Lana will just be over with. It's time to move on now. I don't care too much about Liv Morgan and Lana. Maybe they could fight maybe another couple more matches by themselves, man. Leave the guys out of it. I'm just tired of seeing the whole stupid storyline between Bobby Lashley and Lana, and of course Rusev. You know, the whole divorce, husband and wife thing that's played out. It's time to go on and move on from that. But be that as it may, Liv Morgan did win that match, man. Like I said, 2 stars out of that one. Next up, man, we had Eric Rowan come out again with the cage. No one knows what's in the cage. You know, only he does. And he ended up taking on some jobber. I give it a 1-star match because it was a jobber. So, you know, what are you going to do? Next up, man, for the main event, it wasn't really an actual main event. It was more of a segment. The returning Rated R Superstar comes out to one of the biggest pops that Raw's had in recent memory, dude. If you guys watched Royal Rumble last night, you guys seen the same thing, man. When he came out for a Royal Rumble match, it was fantastic, dude. Awesome to hear that crowd go crazy for the Rated R Superstar. And just like tonight on Raw, dude, same thing happened. It was fantastic to see him, but that was short-lived. Randy Orton comes out there and he gives Rated R Superstar a hug and says, you know what, it was cool to see him back. He was glad that he was able to share that feeling with Edge last night after Royal Rumble, and he was also glad to be in the ring with them tonight on Raw. And he says if it's all right with the crowd and it's all right with Edge, how they feel about getting Rated RKO back together again, man. The tag team, Rated RKO, dude, one of the greatest tag teams that was in WWE at the time. And the crowd just erupted that was a great idea. But, man, you cannot trust a Viper, man. Just like that, Randy Orton, RKO, the Edge, put him down, silent the crowd, man. The crowd was booing, calling Randy assholes and all this stuff. Randy Orton went outside and grabbed a chair. Dude, hit Edge in the back with a chair. You guys, he's put the chair over top of Edge's neck at one time. He got on top of the corner rope, getting ready to jump. But Randy decided otherwise not to do it, so he gets down, takes the chair off the neck, and he gets out of the ring. But then he comes running back, guys. He grabs 2 chairs this time. He puts a chair underneath Edge's head. Concerto, guys. Bam. Remember, that was Edge and Christian's one of their moves back when they were tag teams. And actually, that was one of Edge's moves when he was by himself, too. The Concerto shot. 1 chair underneath where the mat is, and lay your head on top of it and take the other chair and smash. Oh, my goodness. It was crazy. Put Edge out. I don't know what's going to happen, man. I'm telling you, this right here is looking for a WrestleMania match, dude. I'm seeing Randy Orton and Edge at WrestleMania. It's going to be fantastic to see. Next week, boy, I guarantee you Edge is going to return the favor. So, Randy Orton, you better watch out, Viper, man. But other than that, you guys, fantastic job. Fantastic Raw, I thought. It was just all right, but it was more fantastic because, like I said, you had a couple returns like an MVP and, of course, the Rated R Superstar. Fantastic to see him back in the WWE ring. Wow, dude. After 9 years, after a triple fusion neck surgery, Edge is back. Fantastic, dude. I am so excited. I marked out last night at the Royal Rumble to seeing him come back, and also seeing Drew McIntyre win the whole Royal Rumble. I thought that was fantastic, dude. Other than that, you guys, I want to thank you guys so much for joining me right here. Of course, you guys know, as I told you last video, Skippy was not going to be here today because he had prior engagements. But I'm going to tell you what, man, I want to thank you guys so much for joining me right here. You know, you guys are tuning in. You guys seeing me every week, whether it be me by myself or, of course, my co-partner here, Skippy. But anyway, like I told you guys before, me and him said, we'll see you guys Wednesday night because we're going to be in Cleveland at the Wallstein Center, you guys, for AEW Dynamite. It's going to be fantastic. I can't wait to see you guys, man, there. We're going to be having some pretty good footage there, and we're going to give you guys our thoughts on each and every match that does take place on Dynamite. And of course, NXT is this week too, and we are still going to have do the Wednesday Night Wars thing, but there's going to be a little difference. We're going to have some footage from the AEW event along with our thoughts on what happened with the NXT I don't want to say takeover, just NXT at Full Sail. So it's going to be great to see you guys. And hey, as always, you guys, thank you so much for joining me right here. Remember to like, comment, share, subscribe. Always see that post notification button up there, that little bell button, so you can get all Me and Skippy's videos. And as we say here all the time, man, I can't wait to see you guys back right here on the corner.